my name is Indra. I am a relationship and intimacy expert. In this video, I would like to cover some of the depths and the details and the subtleties of what it takes for a man to fully love you and to fully commit to you. And here I'm talking about a man that has the capacity to love and to give to you everything that you desire. I would also especially like to talk about emotional safety and how to actually attract the type of man that will give you that sweet, yummy, sensual, tantric, loving type of love. And I'm also not talking about a fleeting love. I'm talking about a love that is self-assured, that is stable, that is grounded, that is trustworthy. So let's dive deeper into this. I know a lot of women are asking themselves, how do I attract what they call nowadays high-value men? And I want to share with you that a man's capacity to love you does not stand in his financial position. I've actually met and dated quite a few millionaires that in the end they weren't able to give me not even 10% of the emotional capacity that I wanted to receive. That I, as a conscious leader, as a deeply intuitive woman, as a powerful woman that has done years of inner work on myself and on relationships, and I can say I am pretty advanced in my knowledge about sacred relationships, sacred union, intimacy, and so on. I've studied Tantra, I've studied intimacy, I've studied energetics. So what I want is a man that can hold all of this, that has the capacity to feel my power and to hold it and to love it and to dive into it and to feel my darkness and my mystery, not darkness as in evil, but the deep dark womb of the mother that all of us have, that is the mystery of the feminine that sometimes is calling men into their shadows. So I want a man that is able to hold his shadow, that is able to recognize when he is doing something wrong that affects me negatively, and to understand that there is an infinite spirit that is speaking through us, speaking through him, speaking through me, and to understand how to relate on that deep, sensuous level. So if you want a man that can do the same for you, what do you need to do? First of all, you need to look at the anchor that you have in your own inner masculine. Because I feel that for some of you, you don't have the capacity of your masculine to fully love the feminine as you think that you have. And I know that this can be a bit of a slap in the face, because you may say, but Indra, I've worked on myself so much, I've discovered my inner child, I've worked with my sensuality. Okay, amazing. And the next step is for you to heal the relationship with your own inner masculine energy. And hear me out, that this is a mistake that most ambitious women do. For some of you and for some of the clients that I've met in the past, they were kind of casual with their emotions. The relationship between the masculine and the feminine was kind of a casual energy. And this is what I mean by casual. It means you weren't taking the time to fully dive into your feminine's emotions. And the feminine emotion, that is the water, that is the fluidity, that is the breath, that is anchoring you in the pleasure, that is the key to actually unlocking emotional availability from your partners. The moment that you actually start to connect with the essence of your masculine and to understand, is he at my full capacity? Actually, am I at my full capacity to receive my feminine depth? Meaning, am I running away from feeling my emotions sometimes? Am I burying myself into work? Do I have the trust into my masculine energy? Take a moment to really tune into it and feel what is the relationship that I have with my own masculine energy. And the masculine is not just the doer, it's not just the one who takes action in the world. Yes, it is, but deeper than that, the masculine is the all perceiving consciousness. It is the energy that is always there in the back of the mind, and it is seeing, it is observing, it is noticing how the feminine is moving, and she's always flowing, she's always flowing. And when you're feeling these intense emotions of like love or pleasure or suffering and pain, that's the feminine moving through you, right? But you're not just the emotions. There's also the part of you that is an observer of the emotions or an observer of the experience. You are mostly actually experiencing life through the lens of your feminine, because we have emotions, we have attachments, we have insecurities, but we have this experience of life. I feel like now we're going into like a deeper territory that I didn't expect to cover, but here we are. Life with a manifestor generator. um, so that's the feminine. And when you are experiencing life, it can feel overwhelming. So this is why you need to take time to like see it from a higher perspective. This is why this practice of seeing into the feminine and feeling your emotions is very, very important and practical for you to understand how your feminine and masculine actually co-create. So you would take time to breathe into your body. Indra from the future is here. I realized that I didn't fully explain to my full capacity the practice that I wanted to share with you, because this is a very powerful practice that has changed my life. And I'm very grateful to the people that have shared this with me, Justin Patrick Pierce and London Winters. I've learned this from them, and it has helped me tremendously in realizing how I'm sabotaging myself in my own inner relationship between my inner man and my inner woman. And this is why I kept attracting men who couldn't give me what I need emotionally, because my inner man and inner woman were not balanced. So how we're gonna do this practice, I actually want to share with you in real time how I'm doing this with myself, because I'm going through emotions, I'm going through experiences, as any other person and woman. And I want to be completely transparent with you, and I will share with you. The practice goes like this. You start by connecting with the left side of the body, which is the feminine. That is the part of you that holds the emotions, as I explained a little bit before. The emotional part begins with saying the sentence, I feel. And then you say, what do you feel? So, the feminine says what she feels. And in real time, you need to be able to feel those emotions and like fully accept them, because that's what she feels. You don't need to try to fix them. You don't need to try to change them. You just need to feel how you feel. And this is, part of why some women attract fixers and men who try to fix their emotions, and men who try to change them and try to offer solutions, which most of the time we don't need solutions. Men, hello, hear me out, we don't need solutions. We need somebody who can hold us, who can hold our capacity, who can hold our depth and our feeling. But to be able to receive that partner, you need to be able to feel and receive your own depth. So this is where the masculine pillar is gonna come through. That is the part of you that is seeing, yes, the all observer, the seer. That is what I talked about with the all perceiving consciousness. And you will start the practice with I see. And you will be able to really transmutate and really be like a chameleon. And when you will go in the masculine, you will feel as if you're a man. You will feel as if you are a man and you are understanding the woman's perspective. And for me, this was a key practice to understand a man's perspective over myself, over women, and try to understand his psychology. Because you're just gonna try to like butt heads with him because you won't understand his way of thinking. This is why, again, this practice is necessary for you to understand how a man's perception of you is like. So we're gonna dive deeper into this. And the purpose of this practice, I want you to really feel it into your body, because it will awaken some very deep energies. It will awaken some very deep shadows. It will awaken some little monsters inside of you that sometimes you don't want to see. Sometimes you don't want to see, but you have to see them, and you have to love them and to accept them. So we're gonna dive into it. I'm gonna share with you my own dialogue, yes? And sometimes, by the way, you can also exchange the sentences, and you can also allow your masculine to feel and the feminine to see. That's also very necessary and very powerful. And when you do this practice with a partner, because you can definitely do this with a partner, again, it's important to also change roles. I feel beaten down by life. I see how much you're hurting, and I see that I can hold you in even better ways. Thank you. I feel held, and I still don't fully trust that life can hold me. I feel that I want to give my full capacity of love to a man to hold me. I can see that your love is actually very overwhelming for some men, extremely overwhelming that they cannot hold it. But I am here to hold all of you. I already feel better because I've done this practice to process some of my own feelings. And again, you can do this practice until they start to make love. I obviously will not continue this practice with you here, but I love to also move. I love to feel my body. I love to be so yummy and sensual. And actually, in my one-on-one mentorships and in my one-on-one ceremonies, we would continue this practice and we would go deeper and we would move and we would dance and we would feel, because you need to be able to reach this full equivalent of the relationship that you want to have. You need to have it inside of yourself. And of course, we're not meant to be perfect. None of us here is. Even me, after years of learning Tantra and nervous system healing, emotional regulation, uh, energetic healing, channeling, all of the things that, you're very crazy and incredible. I'm still not perfect. Um, my relationships are still not perfect, but these are the tools to actually get it to a place of wholeness, instead of feeling the constant discrepancies, instead of feeling the separation from life. You can do this practice, by the way, even if you don't want a partner, even if you want a connection with life that is better than what you have already, that is better, from every point of view, like spiritually, physically, emotionally, a better connection with yourself, with life, feeling like you are more held. So this is what we are actually diving deeper into my one-on-one mentorship. My one-on-one spaces are for very intuitive, powerful women like you who are here to serve the world with their greatness and who also want to have deep, deep relationships. Maybe you're done with having casual relationships. Maybe you are ready for something deeper. Maybe you want to get to know yourself on a deeper level. Then you can come into my work with me. It's available here in Dubai and also online.